Hey, how's it going, everybody? Full self-driving 13.2.9 versus the rain. We'll see what happens. You probably know what's going to happen if you've followed full self-driving supervised version, of course. It's probably going to kick me out or let me know to disengage, and that's okay. That's just kind of a reminder of, hey, this is what you should be doing, because you can only do so much when the rain is coming down hard. But I gotta say, overall, the AI4 is pretty impressive, or hardware 4 version, pretty impressive. I've had this Tesla, or at least a Model 3, a new Model 3, 24 and 25, since September, off and on. My channel has kind of some updates on what happened with the cars, but Quicksilver car, I did keep the car. I was going to do an update on that, but I'll touch on it now. I did keep it, love it, and I'll go into that in more detail as time allows. But now here is a quick trip with full self-driving, 13.2.9, the latest software as of today's date when this is published. So I've got everything ready to go. It's automatically taking me home. Full self-driving, press and hold with nothing else, not touching any pedals, not touching any wheels. Let's see how far it goes. It may not get that far at all with the rain, so I'm curious. Let's see. Be attentive, keep your hands on the wheel or near the wheel. So it's pulling out really slow. Clean all dirt and debris from camera. So there you go, pretty short-lived, right? Let's try again and see what happens. I'm gonna give it a little bit here. Okay, so that didn't work with the rain. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. Take us out of here. Park assist degraded, getting some warnings. Let's see here. All right, so now, let's see if we can get it. Nope, nothing there either. Auto steer temporarily unavailable. Okay, it came back. I cleaned off the windshield wiper, or used the windshield wiper a couple times. It's come back now too. We'll see though, it might stop. I'm gonna go a different route. Once it recalculates here. Put this call on hold. Okay, now we are going. Should be good. We'll see. First intersection is a success. And again, some rain, it's gonna, be too much. This might be too much once we pick up speed as well. I'm in hurry mode still. Probably could reduce that a little bit. My speed is set, I'll set it to 55 here in a 55 or so, 50. Let's put it at 52. Obviously with the torrential rains that we do get sometimes, and lightning as you saw there, maybe you saw there, you can get some puddling, so that's where you do want to kind of have your hand close to the steering wheel. But, in ideal conditions, it's wonderful. And even today, it's doing pretty well. A little rough, but it's the roughest I've had getting out of the parking lot with just one touch from the parking space since I've had it. But pretty good here so far. And then turn signal to get over. There we go, showing me getting over to the middle lane. So overall, pretty good. I'll post some videos or try to get something together. I used it at another trip a couple weekends ago and really was impressed with a lot of features, but one with merging traffic, a car pulling out right a little bit in front of me, but not to where we had to brake, and we didn't brake at all, and then another kind of car coming up on the side, and it worked really well. At first I was cautious it wasn't catching it, but it did seem to show it on the display. And this is kind of cool. So you've got the full screen display that you can manipulate. Again, for people that have this, obviously you know. And then you can make maps larger if you want to see where you're going. The camera rather will beep at you or alert you that you're not paying attention to pay attention. And I'll swipe this over that way. Here's my blind spot camera, which came up in an update a bit ago. Now we're going into a construction zone, so it's down to 45. It did not catch that, so I'm going to slow down, especially with the rain. And then here's a merge lane up here, okay? So it caught this here fine. I'm not doing that, it moved me over, so that's cool. And that caught, you're not going to be able to see it from that vantage point, but that caught this digital arrow pointing me over. So that worked really well. We're getting over into the right lane, probably because I'm in a hurry, which is a little unnecessary now. I've got cruise. Let's max it out at 47 or so. We're in a 45 zone, so working good there. And again, for those of you that have Tesla that maybe are considering full self-driving, I cannot imagine having a car without it. It's just, I like to drive, don't get me wrong, I love to drive. I don't like to drive in traffic. I like to go to the track sometimes when I can, but traffic's kind of boring, construction's kind of boring. So if you're still paying attention, the camera's going to look at you and beep at you. The camera's monitoring you always. And, it's keeping a close eye on you. If I even look down here, you'll see it watch. If I'm looking at this for a few seconds, it's watching my eyes. And please pay attention to the road. There you go. So it gives you a few seconds usually here or there if you're changing the radio station or whatever. So yeah, you can call it annoying, but it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's making sure that you're not fully giving up a view of the road and that it is supervised full self-driving. So now the rain's letting up a little bit. The windshield wipers are slowing down. And yeah, it's pretty easy, pretty effortless for the most part. It's the single easiest thing to do is get in the car and drive home for the most part. You're not really doing too much of anything, but just kind of supervising and watching for the show. So again, 13.2.9 is the software. This is technically my third Highland Refresh Model 3 Performance. I've got videos on all that. I ordered one and picked it up in September. It had some paint issues. Tesla bought it back. I got a second one, had some paint issues. And then the third one is this one. It still had some paint issues, which I've kind of talked about. But I managed to deal with it. It's some dust nibs. And I think the Quicksilver, for whatever reason, from Fremont, California, gets those here in the States. So I worked out with Tesla, and we got a little bit of a discount to help with the paint instead of just waiting for another car, which they did give me that option. And kudos to Tesla for working with me on the buyback and even helping the transportation getting in the car to me, because my nearest store is 3.5 hours away one way from Charlotte, North Carolina to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. South Carolina is one of the few states that does not have a Tesla store in the state. So there's that to contend with. Merging over here, going into the faster lane. Again, less rain, so it's working really well. Aside from the startup, really everything's been pretty much normal to what I'm used to with full self-driving, and that's really good. Any comments or questions on full self-driving or Tesla or whatever in general, let me know. Like I said, I will do kind of a walk around on the car again and touch on some of the spots that maybe to look for if you're getting a new Tesla. All right, round two. I think my storage is getting full, and I've touched on some of the basics, but I'll do a follow-up video and check in with y'all at some point. Again, any questions, comments, thoughts, suggestions, videos that you're looking to see, let me know, and we'll go from there. All right, take care, everybody. See ya.